Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining the course. This program is designed to serve as a framework to provide a quick overview of the requirements and strategies you'll need to really grow your Instagram account. Here's the learning outline for this program. We will go through 3 foundations that will serve as very important checklists. These foundations are very important because without them, the strategies that we're going to learn later on is not going to work. And then we'll proceed to the main part of this program, which is the 5 strategies that actually work to grow your Instagram account, followed by 2 rules that will serve as guidelines for you to take note of. And then we'll learn 3 tips that will make your life easier in this journey. And then as a reward for staying to the end of the program, we'll also learn the bonus tip. And then to wrap up this whole program, we'll share some nuggets of wisdoms. Here's our class project. So first we'll create a new Instagram account, and then using either your own photos you find online or on Instagram, to curate an Instagram profile feed using the tips that we are going to learn in the foundation portion of this course. We focus most on the curation of the Instagram profile feed as it is the most important part of our Instagram account's growth. Next, simply take a screenshot and share it on the student projects corner. The account doesn't have to be open to public, but it will definitely serve as a great practice account. It is also a great way to get feedback from other course members or even myself, and others will also be able to find and follow you if they wish to. So the first foundation is to switch your Instagram account to a business profile. Switching to a business profile allows you to access to analytics, also known as Instagram Insights. You also have the ability to add a contact button. Your industry will also be shown on your profile. You have the ability to add links to your Instagram stories, ability to run ads on Instagram, and the ability to turn your feed into an online store. The next foundation is to put up your brand name, choose a display pic, and input a write-up description of your account. So for account name, usually people will use the brand name, your organization's name, or if you're an influencer, your personal name. For display pic, people usually use their brand logo, or if you have a favicon that belongs to your brand, you can also use that, or any image that you think is a good representation of your brand can be used as well. For account description, it's simply your about us. It should be short and as on point as possible. The third and last foundation is to curate your Instagram's profile feed. This is the single most important factor that will determine how fast your account actually grows. In order to curate a cohesive feed, you need to decide on the style, the vibe, the theme, and the color scheme that you want for your account. Once you have decided, you start curating your Instagram feed and try to stick with the decided theme and color scheme all across. But don't be overly concerned with this, as you can always evolve your account as you progress. Here's a quick recap on the 3 foundations. Foundation 1 is to switch your Instagram account to a business profile in order to utilize its analytics features. Foundation 2 is to pick the display pic, complete the account name, and the description write-up of your account. And the last foundation is to curate your profile feed based on the decided style, color scheme, and the theme that you want. Now, before we dive into the strategies, you may want to consider going through the checklist to ensure that you have the foundations ready. First thing to check is to ensure that the foundations that we have learned earlier has been implemented. Next, you should check that you have at least 12 photos set up. Be sure to check out the tips at the end of this program to see how you can achieve this faster. And lastly and most importantly is to simply use your mobile phone to check out your Instagram feed and ask yourself this: will you follow this account if you're seeing it for the first time? If your answer is yes, Then proceed to the strategies. The first strategy is to outreach to your target audience. What this means is that you simply reach out to your target audience and like, comment, or even follow their account if you really want to. Each of these actions is more effective than the other in grabbing the attention of your target audience. The idea behind this strategy is to get your target audience attention so that they will check out your Instagram feed before deciding whether or not to follow you. And of course, the more people you can get to check out your Instagram feed, the higher chance you have in them following you. Which is why the foundation that we have laid out earlier is very important. And how attractive is your Instagram feed can drastically increase your chances of them following you. How then do you actually find your target audience? You can check out the followers of your competitor, or you can search for hashtags that are related to your brand. Now, after doing this strategy for a while, you might be thinking of how you can automate this. You might start doing research and come across the use of bots to help in automation. But do note that bot actually comes with a lot of risk, and Instagram has in recent years locked down a lot of bots. Instead, you can consider hiring interns or freelancers to help you in your outreach. The second strategy is to reach out to influencers. Influencers ranges from micro all the way to mega influencers and are usually classified based on the number of followers that they have. You can find influencers through media agencies or simply by browsing through Instagram. There's no correct type of influencers, and the right type of influencers are actually the ones that you think their image or target audience matches yours. The third strategy is to outreach to authoritative Instagram accounts. These are large Instagram accounts based around your niche. So where and how to find them? You can search for keywords on Instagram, or see what accounts do influencers in your niche actually tag in their posts. And sometimes you can simply Google for them. There are a few types of collaborations that you can do with these large accounts. The most basic one is to simply tag them in your post and hope that they like what they see and repost them, and tagging your account in their repost where their followers can see. The next type is to simply reach out to them for collaboration. So based on your discussion, the collaboration could usually be free or paid. And the last one is to simply reach out to them for a featured or sponsored post. The fourth strategy is to run competition or lucky draw. These are old tricks in the bag, but it still works to today. The objective of this strategy is to tap on your followers to help you get their friends, aka their followers' attention. And friends of friends usually have common interests and are more likely to follow your Instagram account. So for example, you can run a lucky draw, and the criteria for joining the lucky draw is to simply tag 3 friends and tell us by commenting why you should win this lucky draw. Or you can run a fastest fingers first competition, where the first 10 followers to repost this and tag 3 friends will win. Or another example is for them to simply share your product by posting on your Instagram account with hashtag of your choice. Or you can ask them to simply share your products by posting on their Instagram account with your brand's hashtag, and 10 winners will be selected each month based on the most number of likes. The fifth and last strategy is to consider paid ads. Also known as sponsored posts, paid ads can actually help expedite your Instagram's growth significantly. When done right, paid advertisements can help expedite your Instagram account's growth by reaching your target audience directly on their Instagram's feed without having to wait for Instagram to organically show your post. Do note that paid ads can be very costly if it's not monitored closely, but don't let this scare you from even trying. Now let's do a quick recap of the 5 strategies. First is to outreach to your target audience, followed by reaching out to influencers. Third is to reach out to authoritative Instagram accounts. And the fourth strategy is to run competition or lucky draws. And lastly is to consider running paid advertisements. Remember, these strategies don't have to be used in sequence, and you can even use them simultaneously to expedite the growth of your Instagram account. Here are 2 general rules that you should try to follow as you grow your Instagram account. First is to always reply or respond to comments. This not only shows that you care and that there are actually people behind the brand, or in this case the Instagram account, it also encourages others to leave positive comments or general comments. Do bear in mind that others will also be reading your comments, and from the comments that they read, they will form the perception of how your brand is. Replying and responding to comments can also control and stop spams, trolls, and negative people before they can spread negativity. The second rule is to try and post new content consistently. New content can be in the form of main post or an Instagram story. Adding new posts consistently not only helps grow your Instagram feed, but it also increases the chances of it showing on Instagram's suggested tab. Tip number 1 is to use user-generated content. Also known as UGC, what this means is to simply repost content on Instagram that is related to your brand. This not only shows others that they are really users using your product, and they also prompt user behavior, as people usually do the same if they like what they see or can visualize themselves doing the same. You will also make the person who posted it feel special, and because of that, they're also likely to share on their Instagram story and will likely to support your brand again. So how to use user-generated content? You can repost the content on your Instagram profile feed with their permission, or you can share on your story. Tip number 2 is to plan and schedule your posts in advance. This can be done using a scheduler or a planner to help with deciding what to post and when to post it. The two main benefits of using a scheduler or a planner is that it will help ensure that the feed will look nice and cohesive, and you also save a lot of time by bulk posting in advance. Here are some of the popular tools that you can use to help schedule and plan your posts in advance. The third and last tip is the use of giant square banners. These are also known as puzzle feed. They are eye-catching and out of the norm, and can help build up the Instagram feed quickly, especially in the early stage. And here are some popular apps to help easily slice up images from your mobile phone. As promised, here's the bonus tip to reward you for staying to the end of the course. That is the use of Instagram archive function when creating your puzzle feed. Now, if you recall tip 3 of this program, where we talked about breaking up a photo to create an eye-catching giant banner on your Instagram feed that is made out of a few sliced up images, if you were to post the sliced up images all at the same time, they will flood your followers' Instagram with multiple posts, which can be rather annoying. To avoid that, here are 3 simple steps on how you can use the archive function to create a puzzle feed without annoying your followers. Step 1 is to post the first 2 images and archive them immediately. The next step is to wait a couple of days. And finally, the last step is to go ahead and post the third or final photo and immediately undo the archive of the first 2 photos. Remember to not post anything during this process, or you will end up messing up the puzzle feed. Congratulations, you have come to the end of the program. Before you go, here are a few things to keep in mind. First is to consider the tone of voice you want for your Instagram account. Social media platforms are usually casual and fun, and you'll probably do better if you just be yourself. Also think about what are some of the hashtags that you would like your brand to own. This could be your brand name, your tagline, or anything related to your niche. And use these hashtags consistently across your posts, wherever applicable. Hashtags can also help you get found on Instagram more easily, and you can also use hashtags to tell your story. Lastly is to remember that you do not have to be perfect. You can always evolve as you progress along the journey. So don't let trying to be perfect stop you from even starting. Now, if you have any questions or require any clarifications, feel free to reach out to us and we'll try our best to get back to you. And if you think you have learned something from this program, we would appreciate if you could leave us a good review. This will really help give us a lot of motivation to continue putting out courses to help more students. We wish you all the best, and remember, the key to success is to get started.